Hi, everybody. It's
Hey.
me. It's Ian. Todd's not here today
It's
for
Mom.
the DFW Real Estate Weekly.
Did you just check the sign to
No.
make sure you said it right?
It's a lot of words.
Wow.
A lot of words, but I got it right.
Ian's hosting the show
I don't
today.
know if I can hear you, Courtney.
Well,
Can you hear her?
Yeah, I can hear it totally fine.
Okay, then keep going.
all right.
It's probably fine.
We're good. Yeah, Todd's on vacation, but we are going to keep this ship rolling because that's what we do around here. When Todd's away playing, we don't sleep. We live
grind.
and breathe and grind real estate. And that's what we're going to do.
It's great.
Did you notice what happened this Sunday?
Oh, I've noticed.
Oh, I love it.
I am dead.
Did you know it was coming up?
Yeah.
I didn't. I'm normally on top of it, and I had no idea.
I just want to shout out the first responders that saved daylight savings again this year.
What do you mean?
They saved daylight savings.
Okay.
They saved daylight.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
He's a dad now, so
That's
he's
Grady.
making dad jokes.
We invited him onto the show thinking he was going to bring something of substance to the show. We were incorrect, everybody. Grady is a relatively new father, though. What are we at? 6 weeks?
7 weeks today.
7 weeks. And he's still complaining about being tired.
Okay.
All right, let's get into it.
Let's
Being
do it.
tired. Daylight savings. How does this affect
It's huge.
real estate?
It's huge. And you've probably heard Todd say he wishes it would get taken away, right? When we fall back every year, he wants it taken away because it is so hurtful for especially sellers, but really buyers too, because it gets dark so early. So it really limits how much time you have to be able to go and see a home and show a home and things like that. People don't like to go and do it in the dark. They like to go and do it in the daylight. So the first obvious thing that happens when we are moving forward, springing forward, as they like to say, is it's light now until 7:30, 7:45. I mean, something like that, right?
Yeah.
So the opportunity to go and see houses is so much greater. I mean, that's a huge, huge, huge plus.
You're no longer rushing after work.
Yeah.
You can take your time a little bit more.
Yeah, it makes a little bit more flexibility and freedom for buyers, but I would also argue for sellers too.
Yep.
Right? They're not feeling as rushed to have to keep the house in perfect order because the only hours that people are going to come and see it are from 10 to 4.
Right.
Right? Now they can get home from work and they might have a 6:30 showing and they can make sure that the house is ideal. They're not rushing to try and get that done first thing in the morning. So yeah, I think that's huge. I think too, especially for buyers, it allows you to see the home, and this is a benefit for both, but it allows you to see the home in daylight. Now that might sound the same as what I've just said. What we were talking about earlier was kind of the scheduling piece of it. But one of the things we would always tell folks, and I remember when I was looking at a house, I wanted to go and see the home both in the dark and in the light, right? So because I wanted to get a feel for how the neighborhood would be. During the day, I wanted to get a feel for people out and about in the neighborhood. For when we were moving at that time, we had kids that were 5-ish years old. We want other kids playing around in the neighborhood. We wanted to know that, that was important for us. Extended hours means kids that get home from school now, they get to go play outside.
Yep.
Right? And that was something that was really important for us. So I think that's another benefit. What are some of the benefits as you've worked with home buyers specifically in your role, Grady? What are some of the things over the last few years that you've been with us that have been really, really, really important when daylight savings time hits?
Well, we've already talked about the schedule side of it. Like getting to have more time to go after 5 p.m. is a huge bonus. For a lot of people, the sun, this is kind of shocking. The sun is very impactful of the home they purchase. Which way the sun rises and sets. There are religious purposes for that.
Mhm.
But that's a really important thing. So like you're saying, it's important for people to see the home in the evening as well, rather than just in the morning or at noon.
Yeah.
But you get to see more of the property. And like I'm kind of just echoing everything you just said, but the feel is really important for people, especially with families, of what's going on in the neighborhood during the day, at night. Is it quiet? Is it active? Yeah.
There are some things that I think people need to be aware of, though, that you might not think of as, I wouldn't even say that they're things that could hurt you, but they are things that you need to be aware of on both sides. If you're selling a home, we're heading into the months where, because the daylight savings hits, more people are wanting to go ahead and get the home on the market. We're edging our way towards school being out, spring break's happening now. It's either you've just finished your spring break or you're about to start your spring break over this last week or two. That means we're heading into the final semester piece before the summer, right? So now is when people start thinking, time to go. Time to put the house on the market. We're going to move this summer. Let's go ahead and do it. So you're going to face more competition. That's something that's really, really important on the sell side of things for a couple of reasons. One, you have to make sure that you have a real estate professional 100% of the time that knows what they're saying and how they're pricing a home, because otherwise you are going to get left behind potentially, right? If you are just guessing on what your home is worth and the pricing that it's going to go with, because you're going to be facing more competition, you're going to end up at the bottom of the pile. You have to make sure that you are having somebody work with you that understands the very niche area of your neighborhood to price it right. If you don't know somebody, give us a call. 214-216-2161. You can give us a call. You can reach our office line and you can give us a call. 214-216-2161. Do that. We would be more than happy to sit down, talk you through what it would look like to be able to get your home sold for over the average price and in under the average time in this market right now. I'll tell you that on multiple of our listings right now, we're getting multiple offers. Multiples. Multiple listings, we're getting multiple offers. We just had another one that we executed this past weekend. We had 3 interested parties. We had, I think, 4 or 5 total offers because of the back and forth that was going on. And our sellers are thrilled. And that's been happening more and more and more. But that's something to be aware of. You are going to face more competition.
Which for the buyers can be, if you're not properly protected and led, can be a con of what's going on now. Because more people are seeing the home, so there's going to be more offers. So if you have an agent that's lethargic, is not proactive, is not protecting you, you're probably going to lose out more. But if you have an agent that's on top of it and can hold their own and protect you during more multiple offer situations, you're in good shape.
The other piece on the buy side is it can become really confusing for people.
Yeah.
Right? So you have more homes available to go and see, and the immediate thought process of a lot of buyers is, I want to go see them all. I want to go see all the homes I can see. And that's where it becomes really confusing if you're not being led well.
Right.
If you're not having a conversation with your agent at the very beginning, and your agent isn't asking you incredibly detailed questions to try and pinpoint exactly what it is that you're looking for, and is creating like a dream case scenario for you, you are going to get lost.
Yep.
There's just too many options out there. So if you literally picking an agent and the agent's like, okay, let's go see some houses, and there's been no work on the front end, I would just be very careful with that. When we sit down with a buyer client, we sit down for at least an hour in the very beginning, and we are trying to understand the core behind why it is somebody's wanting to make a move, either for the very first time as a first-time homeowner, or maybe they're looking to sell and they're looking to buy something else, or maybe they're looking for an investment property. We've helped all of those different folks in all of those scenarios. But every single time, we're spending, I'm going to guess, 10, 15 minutes solely on what is it that is so important about why they want to make this move and buy this specific house, and the things that are must-haves and the things that, quite frankly, might be more important, must not haves. Because what happens is, as you begin to go and see houses, you begin to try and convince yourself that what I'm seeing is what I want. And a good agent is going to remind you, hey, let's go back 6 weeks to when we were having a conversation in the office, and this is what you told me. Did anything change from when we initially sat down and had a conversation? Or did nothing change and we're just kind of seeing the shiny objects and we're getting drawn towards it?
Yep.
Right? I mean, that's a very real scenario. And the more houses on the market, the more opportunity there is for that to happen. Again, give us a call, 214-216-2161. Reach the office. You'll connect with myself or with Gibson or with maybe Grady, but somebody will connect with you and we'll be able to start that conversation.
And I think there's this misunderstanding that the more homes you see, like the better understanding you get of what's out there. And I don't think that's true. I think it's a waste of time. Like if you're like, let's just go see all of these houses, you're getting distracted. You're going off course versus being like, hey, I know exactly what you want based off of what you've told me about how you operate, what your family needs and wants, what you're involved in. So let's narrow it down to these 4 to go look at this weekend versus split up 2 days and go see 10 to 15.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, ultimately what we're saying is daylight savings time can be a really, really great thing, both for sellers and for buyers. Longer hours to be able to go see the home looks better in the sunshine, the grass is going to start to look nicer, the neighborhood's going to start popping and look really cool. But at the same time, you've got to be wary of things. More competition on the market, more buyers that are going to be going out and, maybe potentially driving up prices because of that. Multiple offers are coming back. If you don't have somebody that's equipping you and preparing you and doing all this stuff, it could be a really hard time. You got to make sure you're still keeping on top of interest rates and all those things and what's going on with mortgages and what's going on with just house prices in general. Like there's so much that goes onto it, and what we're heading into is generally, quote, the busiest time of the year in real estate. You need to make sure you have a professional that is fighting for you, whether that's on the sell side or on the buy side. Reach out to us, 214-216-2161, or go to toddtremonteteam.com. You can click on the podcast icon and you can reach out to us that way. That's also where you're going to see all of our recommended pros and vendors and everyone that we connect with and work with and trust. So do that. Head over to toddtremonteteam.com, click on the podcast tab, get all of that information, or click on the home valuation tab if you don't know what your home is worth. And in less than a minute, you'll be able to see what it is worth, what it might rent for, how much equity you've got. It's going to give you a ton of info. We can connect with you on some things to do with that too. 214-216-2161, toddtremonteteam.com. Talk to you soon.